I don't really understand why you guys think the Bible is corrupt. I just don't see why it wouldn't be considered the authentic version.
You don't need to be a Muslim to believe the Bible's corrupted. You can actually be a Christian and believe that. What do I mean by that? Christian scholarship is who tells us there are verses that have been added into the Bible. You can read, for example, critical editions of the Bible and find verses in one Bible that are missing in another Bible. So, for example, there are verses in the King James Bible that are not found in the NIV. For example, John 7:53 through 8:11, the story of the adulterous woman. If you read the footnotes of the NIV, it clearly says these verses are not found in the earliest manuscripts. So this is a passage that was added in later. So the point is that you don't need to be a Muslim to acknowledge what's clear as day. The Bible clearly has verses and passages that have been added in that are not authentic. Believing the Bible is corrupted is not some crazy conspiracy theory.
I don't really understand why.
Yeah, of course. Some of you that commented on my on my channel, right? I would anticipate that you would have something to say with regard to this. But that's the point here, is that it's not Muslims that are saying that the Bible is, having these issues of, additional things put into it and then something that is taken out, etc. Right? That's part of what biblical scholars discuss. Of course, anyone who are familiar with my channel and my video and my position with regard to this, I have never made a claim saying that the Bible is corrupted. And I'm not saying it is not corrupted. I'm just saying that it's not even a question that I think I need to evaluate, because even if it is not corrupted to begin with, it doesn't have any justification to claim a level of importance for me to consider as a reliable source to know God. Because once a book do not have enough justification to say that it is a reliable source for me to know God, then whether it is still authentic from its original author or not is not even my concern, right? Because, for example, someone who wrote a fiction and claiming that if you want to know God, read my book, even if it has never been corrupted from the day he authored the book, he's not a reliable source. If the book have never changed, I don't even care to refer to it, because it is not a source that I think is a valid source, a reliable source to know God. So same with the Bible. That's just my position. I'm not saying there's nothing left from the teaching of Jesus and Moses, etc. in the Bible. I'm not claiming that. That's why many Muslims in the Western world still highlighting those portions to communicate and to relate with the Christians, basically, right? Because they come from that background. But if you are not having any Christian background whatsoever, right, from my side, or if you meet a Buddhist, etc., right, we don't even need to touch on the Bible. We just go straight to the Quran, right? So I think some Christians do not understanding that. They assume that Muslims always go to the Bible as if we need to. That only happened because we are dealing with or communicating with Christians who believe in the Bible, right? If we are communicating with the Chinese, etc., Chinese non-Christian, we don't even mention the Bible, right? So anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.